welcome to another video. I recently did a reading video that was like spooky themed, and I read a bunch of Gillian Flynn books and just kind of lived up with like the spooky feelings in, the end of July. Anyways, so I had a whole lot of fun with the spooky theme, and then I kind of just decided I wanted to embrace the rest of summer. Because summer in New England is only for so long, and we're getting to the tail end of it where things are not wicked hot all the time and it's just like regular casually warm, and I'm really excited for that. Being in all of the summer vibes, I decided I was going to do a reading video themed with mermaid books because it's just like one of my favorite genres. I have a couple books for this, and I'm just really excited about what I'm gonna be reading, and I'm really in the light summer fun mermaid book mood. The first one I have is Lies Beneath by Greenwood. This one, I don't really know too much about it, but it's been on my TBR for like literally 2 years. It's about a mermaid, well, a merman. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure the term that they use for this, but it's a guy mermaid, and something happens and they have to come to the surface to deal with humans for one reason or another, and I think there's a romance. I really don't know much about this, but the vibes are something that I want, Next I have Fable by Adrienne. This has been on my TBR for like literally 3 months in a row. I think this is one of the various retellings of The Little Mermaid. I'm not 100% on that, so like don't quote me. But anyways, it's about this girl, Fable. I believe she also has to go into the land of the humans to deal with whatever nonsense that she has to deal with humans, and maybe there's a romance. I mean, these books are there's not really much you could do with mermaid books. So the premise is essentially the same, except we have a female main character here and we have a male main character here. And then just kind of like to go with the light fluffy mood that I'm trying to create, I have this graphic novel, Mermaid in My Tub. I don't exactly know how to pronounce the author and artist and stuff, but like I'll have everything linked. I started reading this before, but I just didn't really get that far into it, and I didn't really have a reason why I didn't. I just didn't. Basically, the story is about this guy who has a mermaid living in his bathtub and like how he deals with that. And I just think that's really cute and just like a whole lot of fun. So today, actually, I plan on going to the indoor pool in my apartment complex that just opened up and start reading Lies Beneath. I've had my eyes on this since it came in the mail like 3 weeks ago, and I'm just really excited about this. So I will catch up with you soon. Alright, so there are like a billion and one things I should be doing. So instead I thought it's time for an update. So I've been reading Lies Beneath. I'm on page 128, so I'm like not quite halfway through, but I'm pretty close, like 40%. So I've been reading most of this, probably like 100 of these pages I've been reading either outside or by the pool, and that's kind of like really fun to do. Just changing your environment to read a book, I don't know, there's something about it makes it different. It like enhances the reading experience. I found out a little bit more about the book because, as I said before, I didn't really know what it was about. So we're following Calder and his 3 sisters, and all 4 of them are mermaids, and they're trying to take revenge on this family who has harmed their family. So the plot is a little bit I don't want to say convoluted, but it doesn't really make the most amount of sense. It seems like the plot is to be setting up for the plot of a romance. So they don't give too much details about what actually happened and why they want revenge. I'm imagining that's coming later on in the book when they're actually doling out the revenge. I'm not exactly sure. Also, like the world building, there isn't too much happening. It's kind of like you're thrown into this world and you just kind of have to figure it out as you go, which I mean is not a bad thing because it's not that complex. But one thing I've been thinking about this book is like, so normally when I'm reading a YA romance, it's told through the point of view of the female who is like falling for the dark, mysterious, kind of distant guy. And that's a trope that's like way overdone, but I kind of like it. So this book is like that, but not exactly. So instead of being through the girl's point of view, we're through the guy's point of view. And we're seeing why he's dark and mysterious and distant. And honestly, like, I don't like that trope as much anymore. Yeah, being inside the mind of a man is not a place that I want to be. But anyways, the book is pretty interesting so far. It's like an easy read and it kind of like keeps pulling me in. I feel like I have this problem with a lot of books I've been reading recently where I don't really like the characters. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about Calder yet. Like, this could go either way with Calder. If he kind of dials it back a little bit, I think I could like Calder as a character. His sisters are kind of flat and they kind of confuse me with their relationship. I don't really want to get too much more into detail because I'm just realizing that I'm getting very detailed and I want this to be spoiler free. But yeah, so far this has like a fun 3-star vibes and I'm just enjoying it. So see you at the next update. Okay, hello. So I just wanted to do a quick little update. So I have finished Lies Beneath. I ended up giving this 4 stars. Actually, as soon as I finished reading it, I opened up my library's app to see if they had the second book so that I can like immediately check it out and read the second one. They did not, but it's fine because I have other books to read. This was just like a really fun time. So I gave it 4 stars, but honestly, if I have to objectively rate it, I'd probably say 3 stars just because like the writing is really not very good. The characters are pretty flat and their relationships are kind of unbelievable, especially between Calder and Lily. If you don't mind some flat characters and some convoluted plots, and you have a strong bias towards mermaids like I do, then you would absolutely love this book. All right, so I started reading Fable. I took the dust jacket off. I am on page 69. This is not a mermaid book. I was mistaken. It's not a Little Mermaid retelling. There is no mermaids. I was a little sad to find that out, but at the same time, I'm also very happy with what this book actually is. This is like a pirate book from what I can tell. I mean, obviously I'm only 70 pages in, so I don't know exactly what this book is gonna be about, but like, I'm here for the pirates. Like, they're not mermaids, but they're pirates. And it's fine. It's still fitting in the theme of like water, summer, beachy books. Those are the vibes I'm going with. Yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this. It's like definitely interesting. Like, it's a strong female character and I'm really excited to see where this goes. But yeah, see you soon. Hello again. It's actually been quite a while since I filmed my last little clip. I don't know why, like I filmed the whole video when I'm like going real strong and then I just like get a whole ton of anxiety and I can't finish filming the video. I don't know. So I'm doing my best and I'm outroing this video right now. So I finished reading Fable. I ended up giving this 4 stars. I thought that it was really very great. There's so much that happens. There's like a good number of characters and there's a ton of events that are happening and everything is so fast paced. It's just boom, boom, boom. And I really love that about this book. But it kind of does show its true colors as being a YA novel. And what I mean by that is because there's so much happening, because there's so much characters, there's only so many pages, you know what I mean? Like, you can only go so far in depth. And because of that, I have to give it 4 stars instead of 5, even though I really, really enjoyed it and I had a fun time reading it. It's just, I need more details. Like, I want to know more about the characters, especially the character relationships. There's a lot of implications happening and there's a lot of moving from being kind of lukewarm to being like a lot closer without a whole lot of explaining how we got there. But I mean, that's kind of typical in like YA books, especially like the romances in YA books. You're kind of just like, okay, how did we get here? And that's fun. It's fun and it's light, but it keeps it at 4 stars and not 5. I also thought that they could have taken some of the scenes out, some of the events that happened, or they could have made this a trilogy instead of just a duology. That way the scenes could be more fully developed and the relationships could be more fully developed and the personalities could be a little bit deeper, because right now they're a little bit flat. I just want to say, take all of these critiques with a grain of salt, because that's all they are, is critiques. I'm still giving this 4 stars because I really did enjoy it. It's just I want to explain why I'm giving it 4 stars and not 5. So for Mermaid in My Tub, these pages are not numbered. I didn't get very far into it, you know, probably like 20% of the way through. I don't know, I just wasn't really vibing with it, and so I decided to stop reading it. Not completely as a DNF, but kind of as like a, I'll get back to this later. Just right now is not the time. It is like a really cute, fun book. The problem I was having with it is I'm not really seeing an overall story, like an overall plot. It seems very like day in the life. And while that's fun, it's not really something that I could just sit here and read the whole thing in one sitting. Like, I need a little bit more. So these 2 books were totally a lot of fun to read, and it's kind of turned from a mermaid reading vlog into like a in and around the sea reading vlog. And honestly, I'm not mad about it at all. I really did enjoy both of these books. They're both such a fun time. I would recommend both of these books. I really did enjoy them. Sorry, I feel like I'm being a little repetitive, but like, I know how to give critiques to books very well, but it's a lot harder for me to compliment these books and tell you what it is about them that I liked. Besides just being like, you know, the vibes were right, I liked it. That's something I'm gonna work on for next time though. That's gonna be it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.